Okay, I'm sorry. I was supposed to start this live stream 5 minutes ago, but we got Eagles Ravens because they're about to start playing now. So I'm just gonna have to get this thing started. All right. Do simulation again, exhibition. So it's Saturday, so we'll just do calendar. 15 minutes again. We'll do Mike Tirico, Greg Olson this time. Yeah, we'll just do. Yeah, we'll do this. All right. Yeah, let's get started.
Just about set for football now at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Baltimore Ravens.
Ladies and gentlemen, here are the Ravens.
Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That is Jake Elliott getting this one started. Off we go here in the Inner Harbor. And that's a decent return out to the 29-yard line. The offense will get play one of the game from right there. Lamar Jackson, twice the MVP, Greg, leads this Ravens team out. Season 9, but Season 1 without John Harbaugh as his head coach. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. It'll wind up a gain of 23 on the game's opening snap.
Well, it's hard to imagine starting a game much better than that. Great play design. You can tell all week they love that play to start the game, and, man, you can see why.
Jackson now to throw on first down. He'll complete this one to Rashad Bateman. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play. Winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
Now Lamar going to hang on to it, and nothing doing there. He's going to go down behind the line.
And that play just really looked doomed from the start, didn't it? It didn't look like the timing. It didn't look like he was confident in his read, and that time he pulls it, nowhere really to go, and take him down for a loss.
Third and short, Jackson. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. 17 yards on that play. First down, Baltimore.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
And that's over everybody out of the back of the end zone. It is incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner, and next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Bateman is the motion man. He takes off.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. This one complete to Bateman. And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
To be a prolific passing offense in this league, you have to be able to both throw the ball from the pocket and you have to be able to operate and convert on 3rd downs. And they've really done both at a high level on this drive. And to no surprise, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Here's Lamar. He'll keep it on the zone read. And he'll take this one in. Durham Smythe. Touchdown, Baltimore. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Tyler Loop now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead.
Ravens 7, Eagles nothing.
Now, after the touchdown, Luke is back out to kick this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. Here come the Eagles, and that's Jalen Hurts. Year 7 now in the league. The Super Bowl 59 MVP out of Oklahoma.
This is someone who just seems like every year they just get better and better, Mike, right? I mean, think back, whether it was Alabama to Oklahoma to being a Heisman finalist, going from a backup role to MVP candidate. His development has been fun to watch, and now he's universally considered one of the best all-around quarterbacks in the league, and if they want to leave here with a win, they're going to need him to be just that.
3 yards the gain on that last completion, leaving a 2nd and 7. Man in motion is Smith. Now Jalen Hurts on 2nd down. He's got the 2021 Heisman winner. That's Devontae Smith.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
It's like a design run. Hurts has it. This will not do the trick. They've stuck it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Defensively, you earn that type of play. It's 3rd and short. You expect the offense to convert on most of those chances. Not only do they deny them, they hand them a pretty significant loss.
So on 4th down, here's Braden Mann to punt it away for the Eagles. Rajante Wester deep for Baltimore. And it's a good solid return as he takes it back up near midfield. Out come the Ravens, and you look at their offensive coordinator, Declan Doyle. Doyle was the youngest offensive coordinator in football a year ago with the Bears, leaving after 1 year to join Jesse Minter's staff with the Ravens in 2026. They'll start out on the ground with Henry. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Jalen Carter out of Georgia makes the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
from just shy of midfield. Here's second down. They'll send Flowers in motion. Jackson going to give it up on a pop pass. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Jackson on target to Flowers, and it's a Baltimore first down.
Baltimore first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
They'll pitch it out here to Henry. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line.
So much of what makes a toss play so good is it allows you to get the ball on the perimeter of the defense really quickly, and it doesn't stress all of your backside blocking. But on the downside, it does get your running back running east and west. They're running sideways for the first couple steps, and with a defense that can run to the ball, we're able to get you down for a loss.
That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
He'll get this out quickly to his left. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up fourth down.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and they can't get out in front. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to get going. On their second possession, they'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Open man, that's the rookie from USC, Mekhi Lemon. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
Running room hard to come by as he'll get ahead for a yard. Malachi starts there for the stop.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
3rd and short, and Hurts will throw. That one caught by Smith. He's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
First down, Philadelphia.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
On play action, Hurts. He'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A
They
gain
get
of
22 yards there. First down,
Eagles.
Philadelphia. To the air again. Hurts. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
On second down, Barkley. And he's going to be corralled right at the line of scrimmage. That is good work defensively. They hold him to no gain.
No gain on the play.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
They'll try to run here with Barkley. But he goes nowhere. Call doesn't pan out. It's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this fourth down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him, extend this drive, and hopefully be able to come away with points.
They'll try it now with Barkley. And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
The Ravens offense back onto the field for their next possession. They've got the 10-0 advantage here early, and they'll see if they can add to it. Beginning on this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. There's a short one caught by Andrews. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8
yards on the pickup.
The drag route, we used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Here's Henry, and he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
The tackle made at the 36-yard
So
line.
they'll talk over what to do on this third down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. It's the Ravens out front. We'll be back in Baltimore after this. Raven football, quarter number 2 begins. They've got it facing 3rd and a yard. So now they'll pitch it out here. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Well, what looked like an advantage for the offense, Mike, facing 2nd and short now, has turned into a win for the defense. Back-to-back stops for a loss. And it brings up 4th down.
On now, the rookie out of Michigan State, Ryan Eckley, to punt for Baltimore. Britton Covey deep for the Eagles. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. The Eagles offense ready to get back at it. Been a bit of a shaky start so far. A punt called by the turnover on downs last time they had it. So trying to turn things around here on drive number 3. And he'll somehow manage to get rid of this. He took a shot, too. The pass falls incomplete.
2nd and 10.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
A 2nd down throw for Hurts. On the run to the right. And he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Third down, and they need 7. To throw is Hurts. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have to make that catch, Mike. I know it's easier said than done, but you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
The Ravens offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They're going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Bateman is the motion man. On 1st down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And nothing materializes there. Just fortunate to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
See what they have for 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. That's caught. Derrick Henry was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
It's 3rd down. They need 6 for the 1st down. They'll send Flowers in motion. On 3rd down, Jackson. And this is caught, but I don't think he stayed in bounds. He did not. It's incomplete. The throw took him past the boundary, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Ryan Eckley now, as he's on to punt for the 2nd straight drive. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. They had that play dialed up defensively, stopped them in the backfield. Loss of the yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That'll be caught left side. It's Goddard. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
A gain of 4.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. Contact as he delivered it there, and the pass is incomplete. Good job defensively to make sure he could not find a throwing lane, and it sets up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
At their own 24-yard
So here's the
line.
Baltimore offense getting set for their next drive. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense. but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Jackson now on second down. He keeps it himself. Good idea there to cover up at the end. He's able to use his legs and pick up 8.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his first and second reads, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Jackson on 3rd and 2. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
This is where playmaking ability almost can be a bit of a detriment to a running quarterback. They just have so much confidence in their ability to keep plays alive. And while that can be a huge weapon for offenses, a lot of the time, it doesn't always work out.
Eckley on to punt. He sends that one skyward. Oh, but he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. That's Goddard in motion. On 1st down, it's Hurts. A throw on the move is caught. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
It's a gain of 23
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
And this is where the quarterback's improv skills really kind of come into play. The ability to play off-platform, throw from different arm angles. It's something that we're seeing a lot play out across the league. And yes, you have to throw from a spot in the middle of the pocket. But if you can only do that, it's hard to play quarterback in today's NFL.
Running from the pistol with Barkley. Woo! Angling to the sideline, inside the 35. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another 1st down. Man in motion is Smith. He'll stay on the ground with Barkley. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
The tackle by Trenton Simpson. It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Third down, they need 5. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Left side, he's got Lemons. And he'll be out of bounds down around the 40. A gain there of 11. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
When the Eagles drafted Mekhi Lemon, I think we all saw the writing on the wall. Could he be A.J. Brown's replacement? Now, he's a very different player, but what they share is that dynamic elite route running, that run-after-catch ability. So I think if this plays out the way they hoped, I think the Eagles got themselves a good one. A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Oh, fine work there defensively. Got that hand in there. That pass is incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goddard, that time. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. Hurts. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there, and they force fourth down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. His kick is perfect. And the Eagles are on the board. It's now 10-3.
And I think when you're this close, you take the 3 points off the board. So I agree with the decision. Now you set yourself up first and goal. You're thinking touchdown.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Believe it or not, Mike, this is actually the way modern defenses are designing their system. They're trying to force offenses to go the long way. Don't give up explosives, and then try to compete for field goals in the red zone. So not only is this offense able to sustain possession and maintain the ball, but when you come away with touchdowns, it's just backbreaking for these defenses.
Jake Elliott now for the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Eagles are on the board. It's 10-7.
Ravens 10, Eagles 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Ravens offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. It's a zone read, and Jackson's going to keep it. Crazy. And he is out of bounds at the 45. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
You know, it's one of those plays, Mike, that when it works, man, it's a thing of beauty. The defensive end, he crashes down. The quarterback pulls it and escapes around the edge with nobody there and nothing but green grass. And we see this so often at the college level. Teams in the NFL have gotten a lot better defending it, but this time it works to perfection and picks up first down.
A beautiful combination in the air there, the pass downfield, and bringing it the rest of the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And it's really just a great route, Mike, and then a beautiful throw. The accuracy of the throw is what allowed the receiver not only to secure the catch, but then be able to turn it up and finish the play and find himself in the end zone.
Luke now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Ravens will get out in front 17-7.
Eagles 7.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here is Shipley on the return. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Hurts finding Smith, and an Eagle first down.
And a nice play here by Devontae Smith, who really walks into a different role in this Philadelphia offense, Mike. I mean, you think for the most part of his career, he's kind of played that second option to A.J. Brown. He was the deep route runner. They moved him into the slot. But now with A.J. Brown in New England, he finds himself as the true #1 in this newly designed passing game with the Eagles.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Baltimore after this. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Tackle there by Trenton Simpson.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Man in motion is Smith. On 3rd down, here's Hurts. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Now the Ravens use their first timeout, as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
3rd time punt team has been summoned in this first half. Kicks away. Wester on the return. And he'll get something there on the return. Able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Ravens offense and receiver Zay Flowers heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Second down, Jackson. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
And 10 yards.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
From the gun, Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The Eagles offense going to take over here in the last minute of this first half. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. A first down throw for Hurts. That ball caught. One hand needed. What a catch. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This drive started to take some nice shape. Another 1st and 10 here. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. Now he takes off. And Hurts wisely going to slide after he's picked up the first down.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Hurts looking to throw on first down. And that time, the pressure is too much. He'll go down. Now, timeout signal for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds until the break.
10-yard loss on the play. It's second down.
Here's Jake Elliott now to try the field goal. This one from 41 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. And he'll force his way forward, maybe a yard. Second down coming up. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they get the timeout. It is 2nd and 9. Now it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula as they come out for the second half. It's about to get underway. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Dameon Pierce. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. To throw is Hurts. Whoa! That's to the left side and taken in by Smith. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd down and 2. Hurts to throw. Now he'll run it. little scramble there. A pickup of 9, and that is good enough for the first down.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Defense.
So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Slot man gonna move in motion left. A handoff, running left. It's Barkley. And no room to be found. We'll get this back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
In order for you to be able to operate out of this 4-3 style defense, Mike, the key is your defensive tackles, their ability to penetrate, their ability to be game wreckers. That's exactly what we saw here, his ability to get back there, make the stop at the line of scrimmage, keep it to no gain.
Here's Hurts. He'll take this himself. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. First down, Philadelphia.
First down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
On first down, it's Hurts. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Following the play, we have an Eagle who is shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. This drive rolling now, another 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's a short one, caught by Goddard. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
A pistol snap, back to Hurts. And it'll go right back to Goddard. He's got it again. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Now Hurts going to call his own number. That's going to be pretty close. Looked at first glance that he had it end. He does. First down.
2 yards on the
So I really like this zone read concept, Mike, especially as a change of pace. These defensive ends, they're closing hard. They're trying to prevent you from picking up the first down. And every once in a while, that quarterback pulls it and comes out the backside of the defense, and he gets just enough for the first down.
A run with Barkley. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
2nd and 10. They run out of the gun with Barkley. Saquon is in for an Eagles touchdown. Barkley puts 6 up for Philly.
That's a heck of a run right there, and I can't tell you, Mike, how many running backs coaches I've heard over the years say, your responsibility with the ball is to make the first guy miss. We can't block everybody on the field. That's the role of a good running back, and you see it here. All it takes is one missed tackle to get this guy in space, and he's able to do the rest with his legs and take it all the way.
Here's Elliott for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Eagles will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Derrick Henry heading out along with the rest of this Ravens offense. And he's had trouble getting on track in this one. Really limited space to find an opening. The defensive front stopping him multiple times. Generally, he has not been a big factor in this game to this point. In motion comes Andrews. He'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he'll be taken down as he takes it just shy of midfield. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down.
Wow, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. That's Jonathan Grenard in for the stop.
On the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 8. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. Taking off, and he will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down.
We've seen this quarterback have some effective plays with his legs all game today, Mike. He knows when to stay in there and look to pass, but he also knows when it's time to tuck it and go, and he's able to pick up good yardage there.
They'll come up now again. Good news, it's 1st and 10. Now Jackson on the move. And this time the rush gets home, and down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. I mean, his ability to just break down your pursuit angle so quickly, you just can't simulate that in practice.
That'll bring up 2nd and 11. They'll run it with Henry. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. Andrew Makuba up from his safety spot to make the stop.
36-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 10.
It is 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker, and that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision.
I think there's one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make.
Now Jackson on 4th down. He's got it at about the 8.
What a play call there. Every offensive coordinator around the league, Mike, they have got to have it plays. They got a short list of calls for these exact situations. Tie game, 4th quarter. Put the ball in the hands of your offense, and, man, they come through and deliver.
On is Luke to add the extra point. He's got it. And the Ravens will go up by 7.
Makes the score Ravens 24, Eagles 17.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here is Shipley on the return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense about ready to take over once more. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll run the counter with Barkley. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Roquan Smith there to bring him down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 8. That's Goddard in motion. Off the bootleg, it's Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And now third, they only need 2 yards. They'll try to run here with Barkley. A gain there of 15. Good for an Eagles first down.
Nice run there by Saquon. And you know, it's kind of funny, Mike. He might be the only player in the league that when they rush for over 1,100 yards, people like to call it a down year. And that's only because of the standard that he has set. Last season doesn't necessarily live up to the historic 2024 season, but there's no doubt he's still one of the best players in football.
Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. Now Hurts. A pass caught by Saquon. Whoa! And he'll be out of bounds, but down around the 15-yard line. A big play and a much-needed one as well. 45 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
On the handoff, this is Bigsby. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
These are the impact plays that this linebacker is capable of, Mike. Not only dissecting and determining where the ball was going, but then to shoot through the line of scrimmage and make this tackle for a loss. That's a big-time play by a really good player.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he's got another one. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Eagles will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. DeJounte Wester now to return it. Yeah! He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, And we'll try to sustain it here down the stretch. Play action now. Jackson. That's to the right side. He's got Andrews. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
50-yard line.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. That's Josh Campbell getting in there to make the play.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 7. Bateman is the motion man. On play action, here's Jackson. He finds his tight end, that's Smythe. And they'll take this down inside the 35. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. And they will not run another play. That'll do it. The end of the third. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. Fourth quarter underway, and here's Henry. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. 2nd down.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
A gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Raven first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, Mike, traditionally speaking, in the NFL, if you ask the defense, all right, who do you want to keep the ball in his own read? They'd say, make the quarterback pull it. We want opportunities to hit the quarterback, make him the runner. But with the day this guy's having, I'm not so sure that's the strategy anymore. They might want to rethink this and make him hand that ball off. What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
They'll try to throw here with Jackson. Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's good.
You never know which play is going to be the one that sways the game in your favor. And that could be it right there. I mean, to set up 1st and goal with that last pass completion, now they can really take their time. There is an element of working some of this clock down. You know you at least have a field goal try, if not a touchdown. The last piece of the puzzle is just don't give the ball back to your opponent with too much time to go down and answer your score. Tie game, 4th quarter. This defense knows the importance of keeping this thing at a 3-point game. What a big play there with the tackle for loss on 1st and goal.
Jackson now on 2nd down. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd.
He's got to find a way to hold on to that one. I mean, you're right on the doorstep of the end zone. And listen, I understand that hit is coming. But guess what? That hit's coming whether you catch it or not. And you get paid to make the difficult catches. And I would classify that one as tough, but you got to make that catch. Give your team a chance to come away with this drive and some points. Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started. Yeah, so that's an important kick right there. In a game here late, you go ahead, you send your kicker out there to take the lead, and now all eyes turn to your defense. Can they get out there and get a stop and come away with this win?
So they lead by 3 here in this fourth quarter. Now have to turn it over to the defense as they kick it off. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Jalen Hurts and the Philadelphia offense set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. Couldn't connect with the tight end, Dallas Goedert.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
That's Goddard in motion. A second down throw for Hurts. That's to the right side. Caught by Goddard. And he'll get about 8 yards as he's ushered out of bounds. It'll set up third down.
And it's third down.
Hurts going to hold on to this one. This will not do the trick. They've stuffed it behind the line. Fourth down coming up.
You know, Mike, it's funny, when you're facing these really elite defensive linemen, sometimes it's easier to make them the read guy rather than actually try to block them. Unfortunately, they're elite for a reason, and sometimes they're still able to make the play like we saw here.
Here comes the Eagles punt team. They forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line.
First and 10.
The Ravens offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. A first down throw for Jackson. That's taken in. It's Tez Walker. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another first down. It'll be first down and 10. Jackson going to keep it himself. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Yeah, just not a whole lot you could do there. I mean, it's a zone read play, Mike, and the defense just really has everybody accounted for. One defender has the back, another defender has the quarterback, and once you have those two guys taken away, there's not a whole lot to do.
Second down, Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force third down. Now, after that last play, we have an injured Raven. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. It is third and long. In motion comes Walker. 3rd and long for Jackson. Headed left, buying time. He'll try to run for it. And he's out of bounds, down inside the 35. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down, Mike. You can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
They'll run it on 1st down with Henry. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
They'll go again here with Henry. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
3rd and short, Jackson. Moving outside the pocket. He'll try and get there on the ground.
Good awareness there on 3rd down. He's thinking there's nothing there, tuck it, and head for the sticks. He's able to get the 1st down himself, avoid any big contact, and the biggest thing is he keeps the drive alive.
QB will survey the defense on 1st and 10. Pistol give to Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
From the gun, Jackson. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
And on 3rd down, what they're trying to do, Mike, is just get the ball out of his hands quickly and into the hands of one of his playmakers, but he just doesn't focus through the catch. Lapse of concentration, ends up in a drop, and falls incomplete.
And this one, right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Here's Pierce for the return. Whoa! Now an opening past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. And as we go through the highlights, no shortage of touchdowns today. 3 trips to the end zone in this one. The combination of the power, the speed, everything on display, and the defense has seen it all. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Roquan Smith in on the tackle. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 42-yard line.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Barkley. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
On third down, here's Hurts. That'll be taken in by Barkley. And he puts his head down, and he picks up the first down.
A gain of 7.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Quick throw on the RPO to Goddard. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
88, Dallas Goddard. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 39-yard line.
That's Goddard in motion. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment, they come up for 2nd and 2. Slot man gonna move in motion left. A run with Barkley. And he'll take this one forward for about 3. And that's a first down.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
That's Goddard in motion. Now Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Left side, he's got Lemon. And he's close to another first down. This is brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 8.
Here's a timeout from Philadelphia. That is their second. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Now he'll run. And he wisely hit the deck at the end of that one. No unnecessary shot there. It is a first down.
And this is what you like to see if you're the head coach. Not only does your quarterback know exactly where that first down marker is, he's able to pick up the first down, but then get himself on the ground. He avoids the big hit and picks up the first down.
He'll run again. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, we've seen time and time again just how dangerous this quarterback can be, Mike, when he decides to tuck it and take off. So that is a great job defensively to rally to the football and hold him to just a short gain.
They'll come up now for second down. Barkley. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Now the Eagles will use the last of their timeouts, and the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
And they'll throw here with Hurts. And this is going to be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final minute.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Wester now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens headed back out again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. Escaping to his left. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line. Now the Ravens use their first timeout. They stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
36-yard line.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Jackson. That's over the middle to the tight end, Andrews. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Now they burn the timeout. They're in that gray area. You might be able to get in 2 plays, but maybe just one left in this game. We'll see. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Now, Jackson. A ball deep for the end zone. This one batted away. It's incomplete. Good hands there in the end zone. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
In these critical moments of the game, Mike, you always turn to your best players. And that's exactly what they did here. And they just weren't able to connect. Give this defense a lot of credit. They knew when it was crunch time, where did this quarterback want to look? And they were ready, and they took him away.
One last shot now for Jackson. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish as this one will come to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, they got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.